Everybody in the world knows Amsterdam, drugs and sex. 96% of the girls has to do one or more times with violence. It's not always that they kidnap her, that they beat her up, that they bring her to a break house. They're tired, they are stressed, they are depressive, they sleep very bad, they have nightmares. They smell the men while they are sleeping in their dream. I don't see prostitutes. I see just normal girls, normal women. I say, you are not a prostitute, that's not who you are. That's only your situation. I know you're here for your mother or for your child.
For 18 years, Frits Rouvoet has walked around the red light district, knocking on windows to check on the prostitutes working there. He's a father figure helping them with whatever they need. And when they want out, he helps them escape to a better life. I met with Frits to uncover the truth about Amsterdam's red light district.
This is here the beginning of the red lights in Amsterdam, and it's now very, very quiet, especially in the morning, but also in the daytime we see it's more quiet. When I started 20 years ago, it was totally full here. All the windows were filled.
Even
now,
in the morning?
Even in the morning, no, not in the morning maybe, but in the noontime, in the morning, many of them they were filled. Now, maybe in the noontime, 20-25% is filled. In the evening, it's more. I think it's more difficult to make their money. In 20 years, I have seen that the income for the girls, it's going down more and more and more. So I think that's one of the problems that they try to work in the evening, or maybe also in escort or in a club, or it's not permitted out of their home. So you don't need to pay the taxes here in Amsterdam, or you don't need to pay your window. It's cheaper, and you behold more money.
I guess that really surprises me, because I thought that demand for sex was always going higher.
I think it's higher, but it's more underground.
Okay.
And I think it's, first of all, it's coming through internet. So you can find the girls on the different sites.
Yeah, so you don't need the window advertising as much.
Yeah, and I think also some girls here, we have the phone number from your client that is coming also a long time to you. Then you have the client, you make an appointment somewhere else. That's for her cheaper. You don't need to pay your window or pay taxes. So you can save your money.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that's really interesting. And I guess let's see the red light district.
Yeah.
And this is what you do. You actually speak to the girls.
Yeah, we're walking here around. We make contact. Of course, many of the girls, they know us. And we have a normal conversation about their life, about their children and family, circumstances, how difficult it is, normal things. And by the way, now we can walk here. Why? There are no girls in, so we can walk freely now here. But the girls are really scared for every camera that they see. They are really scared for that.
So they're literally in these windows?
No, they are now all empty. In the noontime, also, the most of these windows are empty here. And I don't know whether now a girl is in or not, but we see it's going back and down more and more in the daytime for the girls, and that's difficult. There was one, but it's very quiet now. And when you walk here tonight, it's very, very difficult to walk normal. You'll need to really a long time to go from this side to the other side of the red light.
Yeah, and is that customers or?
Customers, no, customers, but the most are tourists. This is one of the most attractions I think in the Netherlands, and it is for free. Totally,
maybe in the world.
Totally for, maybe in the world. It's for free. Everybody in the world knows Amsterdam, drugs and sex.
Yeah.
That's what we know from Amsterdam.
And is that a deliberate strategy by the government?
Yes, but I think also from the society. When there are elections, it depends what you vote at that moment or not. And you know what they want. And For me, it's a big issue when I look that in 2000, when they make prostitution to a legal job, it's now a legal job.
Yeah.
It's a normal job. So when somebody has a social benefit and she can't find work fast enough, a social benefit organization, the institute can say there is a sex club, they need some girls, so you have to apply there for
Are you
a job.
serious?
Yeah, it's a normal job. So
you might lose your social security if you don't.
when I speak this, say this, share this with parents, they are shocked. No, this is not normal. No, not normal, but you didn't open your mouth in 2000 or before 2000. This has to do with what we vote.
Yeah.
So this is the result.
You could, in theory, end up in one of these windows just because. I'm shocked at that.
Yeah. When I asked it, when a guide is walking around sharing that every girl chooses by herself to work in prostitution, and once she wants to quit, that she can make also her decision. Sometimes I jump in and I ask, okay, did you believe him? And your daughter is standing in that window in her lingerie, smiling to all the thousands who are passing her, watching her body or making jokes over her body. Did you believe this guy that your daughter was choosing by herself for this? Everybody say no. You know your daughter, you know her dreams, you know her stupid things, but this was not her dream. We don't have a school to be a prostitute. You don't get a diploma to be a prostitute. We ask always certificates, diplomas, we ask everything. Only for prostitution you can step in.
I spoke to someone yesterday and they said even to be a stripper here, you have to train in a stripper school for 1 year and get a qualification to be a dancer.
Yeah, but here, not.
But not here.
No. Also not in the escort. Maybe in clubs you need to have a style that you have some.
I've never even heard of that internationally. It's like such a strict regulation.
There is nothing here. It is possible here that a girl who comes from East Europe, who live in a very small village, you don't have a supermarket there, there is not a bank, you don't have a bank card, you have nothing there. The toilet is some wood sides, and then that's a toilet somewhere in the backyard. That's it. And there's nothing. That girl can come here, somebody is helping her, so it's very easy to open her own business. So then you're official, you go with that document here to one of the offices. They have some simple questions for you, and in no time you can open your business and you are a prostitute. But now she's responsible, let's say, for around 10,000 euros a month. Paying the taxes, your administration, all the other things that belongs to your business. For me, it's complex as Dutch.
Yeah.
To pay my taxes and on the end of the year, having to write it down and to give it to the taxes. That's for me all, but for her, she don't understand. She don't speak English, Dutch, maybe a little bit, but to read it is something else. To read the documents from the taxes here, I can tell you it's very complex.
Yeah.
So, how?
Yeah.
But in no time, she can open her business as prostitute.
And when you speak to the girls about being displayed in the windows, what do they tell you? Like, how do they feel about that?
It's of course always different. There is in the beginning you make contact and you speak a little bit. You have normal conversations. That's also what the girls tell me. Frits, with you and your team, we can have a normal conversation about life, about the things, about what is happening around us in the world. You build up a relationship. We have some young girls in the team. They're friends. They goes out. My daughter was in the team. They go to the cinema together and they were watching a movie at their home or by my daughter at her home. And they goes into Amsterdam for an evening to have a nice time. I'm more a father for them, not a friend.
Yeah.
But we have a normal conversations. A friend, you trust a friend, you are more open, so you share more. And I think this is what we see, we hear more than any other. And that's only through the relationship, to the friendship. They come into our office and they make their home country soup. So we eat soup from them, a home country they created for us. And now we eat together with sometimes 16 people around the table every Monday. And the girls, they like that, this family setting.
And what do they tell you about how it feels for them to be in the window with all the tourists watching them and...
They're shy.
Yeah,
they are ashamed. It was a girl, and yeah, you can say maybe she can be a sex bomb here in the red light, as you see when you see her. She was back after 2 or 3 weeks holiday, and when she came in the window for the first night, we go to her and say, "Hey, did you have a good time?" And then she said, "Frits, I feel so shy here. It's like my first time that I'm standing here in the window." And I think then you are really open at that moment. And you're really yourself and not playing a role. And that's what she's doing for the clients. When we turn around and walk away, you look back, she's a big smile on her face and trying to get the clients in. When they see us, something changed in their face and they are themselves. They tell about the circumstances at their home, poverty, that they are raped as a child or maybe in a teenager time. And one girl told me one time, "Frits, always they take me. It likes how real on my head, above my head. So I have chosen to be a prostitute so I can make money for it. That's better. When they take always me, now they take always me, but I get some money for it. So that's the difference."
Okay. Let's walk a little bit more. And I've got a dumb question. Why are the lights red?
I think it shines nice on their bodies, and,
really?
green light is more for the the drugs and the joints and the coffee shops here, but red light is nice for their bodies and.
Yeah, I never knew that because I would have thought it's quite unflattering. So I see red light and I think.
I never thought about this.
When I think of red light, I think stop. You know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that can be. Yes, but I can imagine. When we don't think on prostitution and all the troubles around it, in the evening when it is dark and you see all the red lights around you shining in the water, the swans are swimming here. It's a nice view. I can imagine.
It's an iconic tourist setting.
This is what you see. This canal. This is what you see in the nighttime. So, and
it is stunning here.
Yeah, I think there's a woman in the window. So.
I will. Sorry.
When I walk here, and sometimes I taste different atmosphere. Sometimes it's quiet. It's everything like normal. Another time, it's more hectic. Another time, it's more aggressive. Especially when men are coming in from the weekend from UK, Scotland, Ireland, drunken, screaming, yelling in front of the windows, throwing up when they are in throwing up.
Sounds very British,
and
sadly.
The girls, they hate it. Sometimes we help them to clean up their room.
It's so sad.
And sometimes when I see there are some guys in front of her window, we walk to that window, she opens the window, we go in, she can close the curtains. This is men. But Amsterdam has also something else, more than other cities. Also in the evening there are many women are walking around here. Groups also, 10, 12, celebrating one of their last days they are free before their wedding.
Yeah, hen parties.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're coming here with their mother-in-law, with their own mother, with their sisters, their friends, and they're walking here around, standing in front of the window, checking the body of that girl, making jokes over her. And sometimes they ask, how much, what are you doing, can I make a picture? Of course, without your head. Come on, from a woman to another woman. What? And this more hurting sometimes than all the men who are walking around. They know that. But that women are also that doing. On the beginning there is a sculpture by the old church. No, you can see it here, but by the old church there is a sculpture, Bella, and it says that we has to respect the sex worker. I'm agree, totally agree. We have to respect everyone. Doesn't matter, or I agree with someone or not, but we have to respect someone. Will not be against someone. But we are listening to the guides. Oh yes, we have to respect her and this and this and this. Then we goes into the red light, making pictures of her, making fun over her. Where is the respect? And the guides say nothing from it. It's his money.
But that's what happens when you put something on display, is that some people will like it, some people will hate it, and some people will laugh at it. Like anything that's on display for the public, you have those. There's like, if I'm walking past a shop and there's some clothes that I think look silly, I might laugh at them. So when you make the girl the product, that's inevitable.
And I will not meet the product. I will not meet the prostitute. I will meet the person who sees there inside. And there is the person who are there for her daughter or children, to give them a better life than she has by herself. There is the girl who is here to make some money for an operation for her mother. And that's totally different. And when she is in, she sent the money home for the operation or for whatever. You send always first money home. Here, the debts are growing by the taxes and your insurance. That's higher up, the debt. So that's so difficult for them. To make somewhere a point that you say, and now it's the end. Also, when you are here working, in the daytime, you can't think, you can't call, you can make appointments for another job to make a change in your life. When you work in the evening, in the night, that's around 8 until 5 o'clock, that is also difficult. In the daytime, you're sleeping.
It's hard to look for a job when you're in a job.
So,
like, that's just...
where is the change? Where is the change? How to create a change? And that's what we see also many times. Girls, they leave songs here. Sometimes the red light says, Frits, you don't see me back anymore here. Half year, maybe 2 years, she's back. Why? She didn't prepare it. Her money is gone. The job was not available. So I'm back. And so this is what we try to do, to think together, okay, first to make an overview from a situation and then to look on what kind of steps can we make so you can come on that place, from your dream. Many people are dreaming over their dream, not so many people living their dream. And this is what we say always, what is your dream? What do I hear? I don't have a dream, my dream is stolen, broken, I don't want to dream anymore. Of course you have a dream, but you push it far away, deep in you. It was never working, you're so disappointed. People around you, maybe in yourself, but you are disappointed, frustrated. So why? I will start again to do something. I will see how it goes. That's also maybe a little bit the East European mentality, but this is how it is.
No, it's true. And maybe a good place to start next would be to go through, because you said that a lot of women are like kind of forced or trafficked into the window. Maybe we could just like tell us how girls typically get recruited. We can talk a bit.
We have to outside for that window.
I'm filming from this side now. So.
No, she's not inside now.
Okay.
But the lights, she's inside, but she's not sending in.
So how do girls end up working in the window? Because obviously people would say that prostitution is legal here, so
no,
would choose to do it. What was that?
Sorry again. I told you that you can film it. I don't know who he is. I didn't see him before, so maybe he's homeless or addicted and hanging out here and.
He had a lot of gold for a homeless person.
Wants to say something. Sorry, I forgot your question.
No, that's like...
Okay.
I've never been filming in the street before and had someone say, no, you can't film.
Oh.
So that was... I could smell a lot of weed.
Try it tonight. You will see what will happen. Also then I say something from it. Let's see, maybe here, or the windows are closed here?
Yeah.
Yes? No.
They're closed.
No.
They're
They're
open.
not closed.
So yeah, like how do girls end up in the window?
What we see many times is poverty. And there is always someone in East Europe who can help you with his network. That will not say that it is your trafficker. It's someone who say, I have a network, I can help you. You can't pay your ticket now, but I can buy a ticket for you. You pay it later. You can pay it back to me.
Right.
So this is how it works. And he helps you to set up your own business here. It's a legal job, so you have to open your own company. So he can help you with everything. Of course, you have to pay him, and it's a high price. Then you don't know that you have to pay the taxes after 3 months. So you can't pay him back. And then he said, okay, you can pay me monthly. Great. But you pay a lot of interest, of course. So now you have a binding with him. And it's very difficult to make your own money, and in no time your debts are growing. He wants to have back his money. So this makes it very difficult, very complex. And
Do they know that they're going for a prostitution job?
sometimes they know, sometimes they offer them a job in a bar or a cleaning company, or sometimes a children daycare center. But I don't understand that. When you there in a small village, you don't speak Dutch or English, then it is very difficult to work in another country.
Yeah. And they dream of it.
Yeah. So when I go to Romania, I want to live there. I want to have my own company there. I have first to learn Romanian language. Then I can work over there. That's not how it goes with them. They come here. Sometimes it was a girl. So they came together by a minibus. He was fighting. He goes into the prison and she was lost. I think also she has a little mental handicap. She called someone in Hungary, and they knew us, so they call us. And we go to the central station. We have a team member who was living there in that area, so she spoke Hungarian. We met her, we pick her up. She was totally lost. We bought a ticket for her so she can go back, but never, she was in the train, in a bus or whatever, always with someone. So our team member has family there. So she said, okay, I go also to there, I will bring her. And that was how it was going. So we brought her back, but they come, nothing organized, without money, where you want to sleep, where you want to stay, what you want to do. No plan, nothing. And that's also how many people, girls, are coming here. They don't have a plan. They don't have a plan to make a step in their life to do something else.
Yeah.
And we will see what will happen tomorrow, how it will go tomorrow. The word that I hear the most here in the red light, that's the word maybe. Maybe tomorrow it's a better day. Maybe when I come back after holiday, it's a better time. Maybe after Christmas. Maybe after vacation. Nothing is sure. There is always something.
Yeah.
And that makes it so difficult and complex. They don't believe that there is another future for them.
Yeah.
And all of them, they want to open their own company, business, and whatever. But they are here also businesswomen. Sorry, when it is your business and you're making here only debts, then you change, a businesswoman start to do something, they change something so she can make more money. Not only waiting on your chair for something else.
Yeah, I guess what's confusing me is when people think of a prostitute, they think they're rich.
Yeah.
They think they're making like, €1,000 a day.
In the past, it was possible that sometimes you make €1,000 on a day, or 1,000 guilders or whatever.
How much
This
are they
moment,
making?
no, not anymore. Not anymore. Maybe one evening you are lucky and you make a lot of money, but many times we hear from the girls, Frits, for the last 3 weeks, I didn't make my window. When I look general, didn't make my window. Frits, I
So
lose
they
so
have to
much.
pay the window.
Yes, you have
Okay.
to pay. In the nighttime, it can be around 200, €250 in a weekend.
Really?
Yes. So that's a lot of money.
Mm.
And so let's say when she's working 24 days a month, it's €4,800. €1,800 for your apartment, 30 square meters. That's €66,000.
Mm.
You're only working and sleeping, but not living.
Yeah.
Then your insurance, the money that you send home, the taxes, all the things together, it's around €10,000 that they have to make
Yeah.
monthly.
So why do they do it?
You are in the circle, you don't know where I can jump out. So I come in another circle in my life. They don't know that. So
So they're literally just doing. So these girls are kind of on the breadline, and they're just working to survive.
they're tired, they are stressed, they are depressive, they sleep very bad, they have nightmares. It's always difficult. Everything together makes it very full in your head. So you don't have the time, the space for something else. When we walk here the last months, every window is the same. I'm so tired. Frits, I'm so stressed. I have pain in my back. And many girls have the traumas, have re-experiences. They smell the men while they are sleeping in their dream.
Wow.
And they have so bad rememberings. And this is really difficult. One time we were talking, sitting somewhere, drinking a cup of coffee, and I click only with my fingers. I don't know why now, but I click with my fingers, and she's shocked. There was a man who always told her what she has to do, and then he says, when I do this, you go.
So that triggered her.
So that was the trigger. And I can't understand that.
Do all of the girls have pimps or traffickers? Like how many would you say?
No, not all.
Not all.
We don't know. Before COVID, they counted around 4,000 until 8,000 girls in prostitution in Amsterdam over the year. Escort, red lights, here the windows, and the clubs, or maybe at home working. That's what we counted. We don't know. 4 until 8,000. Then, how many girls were trafficked? We don't know. Different researchers shared 10, maybe 90% who are trafficked. We don't know.
That's a big range.
That's a big range.
Yeah.
But let's say 10% from 4,000. That will say that our 400 girls are raped daily against their will. And we accept it, we do nothing on it. It's a normal job. And I think when there is here on the square a dangerous situation with the line for the bikes and the cars, and there were some accidents, we change it.
Yeah. Yeah, 10% would be incredibly high for road accidents.
But here, nobody says something.
What percentage roughly of the girls that you work with have pimps or traffickers?
I can find I'm not the one from the numbers, etc., but I can find myself
But you talk to
in
a lot of girls, I guess.
60%.
60%.
And it's not always that they kidnap her, that they beat her up, that they bring her to a break house, that they took all their money. It's so, you get a child, he's at the house of his mother or his sister. He is in his country, in his home country, and she's working here. And when she don't send money weekly, depends, 250 euros or more, then she can't communicate with her child.
Whoa. So
she will send always money home. That makes it difficult when you have to pay 250 euros month or weekly. That's 1,000 euros a month. Look to all the other, the rent for your apartment, the rent for your window here to work. That's a lot of money.
So just to be clear, so the person she's sending money back to, that like...
To her friend, husband, ex-friend.
Yeah. So
only to have the contact with her child.
So it's often the girl's partner that's exploiting her.
We have, or ex-partner, we have to do something also there. Mm-hmm. And we are just back from a conference in Romania about networking with organizations from out the Netherlands who are working there in East Europe. How we can do that, how can we work together? How can we give some input with our experience? And what can they do for the girls who want to come back? Mm-hmm. So
I guess the thing that's in the news a lot now is the lover boy method.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect it. What you're saying it's like more common is like a kind of partner or like a real boyfriend or ex-boyfriend.
There is. I know a girl. I think she's almost 40 now, maybe 37, mm-hmm. and I know her for many years. And she has a guy. He's 10 years younger. And he's living on her money here in the mm-hmm. Netherlands. The car is on her name. She pays all the fines. She don't have a driver license by herself. So mm-hmm. he do what he wants. Sometimes he goes back for some weeks. She's working here in the window. And he's going home to his friends. And then see the pictures on Facebook. And the expensive bottle of whiskey on the table. And have fun together. And she's working here. And I ask her, girl, why? You have two sons, 11 and 12 years old. Why you are here? Why you don't kick him out?
Yeah.
Come on. Why he can't work? She said, Frits, you have to talk with him. I said, okay, come on. Go, we make an appointment. We need someone who was translating us. I don't want that she was translating for us. He didn't speak English or Dutch. So my question was, okay, guy, you want to work here? You want to live here? Yes, yeah, but I can't find a job. Okay, why? I don't speak the language. Okay, we can help you. Maybe we start with English. She is here, and you are at the same time here. She speaks very well English, and you, nothing. Mm-hmm. So, but next week we start with English lessons. We can teach you. Then he said, yeah, but I have another problem. I don't have the right stamps, so I can work here. So we can fix it. You're from Romania, no problem. We can fix it for you. Maybe 2-3 weeks, then you have the right stamps and you can work. Mm-hmm. But I see, so I told him, I have something for you. You can start next week. You can make really good money. Together with her, you can make so much money, so you can go back to Romania, you can start your own taxi company there. Then he asked, okay, what kind of a job? I said, no, it's not here in Amsterdam, but somewhere in the south of the Netherlands. Mm-hmm. They need many men in prostitution. And you can make very good money about that, very good money. And then he was, yeah, but I want to have a good job. I said, what is wrong with it? You let her work so long time.
Yeah.
You're living on her money? Come on, guy, be a man, be strong for a while, make the money. Yeah. But she will be jealous on me when I have sex with so many girls. Mm-hmm. You're not jealous on her when she has sex with so many men? When she was my friend, believe me, I was standing in front of a window, nobody came in. Nobody. I was working in the daytime, maybe 2 jobs to pay everything. But I don't let prostitute herself. You are a pimp. No, I love her. Okay, then you are a pimp who love her, but still a pimp for the Romanian law, for the Dutch law, for the European law.
So is a pimp anybody that's taking the prostitute's money? Or are there circumstances where it's okay to take
This is
the money?
difficult question for the law. For me, it's a pimp and who is abusing her. But for the law here in the Netherlands, it's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
You have the trafficker, the pimp, who's taking mostly all her money, exploiting her totally.
Okay. So
And you have
trafficker is-
people who are abusing her for her money. They
Yeah.
live on her money.
Mm-hmm.
That can be, in this way, her friend, her partner, her husband. He can't find a job and it is difficult, etc., etc. And or he lives in the home country and they send the money home. So for our law, it's different.
Yeah.
For me, it's a pimp.
Yeah.
She can't change her circumstances. There was a girl
So I'd understand
here
like
in this
if you're-
street in the past working.
If you're taking her money and you're providing a service, maybe that's acceptable.
Yeah.
But these guys are not providing a service.
No, nothing. Totally nothing. They're
Because
sitting in the home. They're sitting in the bars around the red light. That's all what they are doing.
Why do they sit in those bars?
They have nothing else to do.
Oh, okay.
So, with some other guys.
So they go to work with her and they just sit nearby with the other pimps, I guess.
Yeah, there was a girl here in this street, and I have seen her how she came in as a naive young girl. And during all the years we have contact. On an evening I ask her, "Girl, where is that young naive girl?" And she said, "Oh, Frits, but I have a really nice house in Romania, a beautiful car." I said, "Okay, but you're 11 months here,
Mm-hmm.
and your husband, I told you don't marry him, but your husband is living in your house, having parties there, maybe inviting other girls in. He is driving your car, you pay the fines and everything, and you're here working for him."
Mm-hmm.
So, but this was not an answer on my question. My question is, where is that young girl?
Yeah.
And she is not anymore there. And I told her, yes, she's still there inside, but you are scared to meet her.
Yeah.
She started to cry. And that was very complex and very difficult. And she is now divorced from him. But that was a confrontation, and you can do it only when you know someone. Then you can give also a follow-up.
Yeah.
You can tell her to everybody.
It sounds like these girls mostly just need a friend so that they trust, so that then their eyes can be opened.
Yeah.
Because it seems like they don't realize
think
they're
more
being
the-
exploited. Is that
I
fair
think
to
more
say?
that I'm their father. Not a friend. I have not the age that I can be their friend. And that's also what I say sometimes. And you can do it sometimes. I was listening and then I say, "Go, stop." You can share it. You can give us the update from last week. No problem. I will listen. No problem. I will do it for months. But it's not helpful for you. Sit down. I was sitting next to her on the bed in that red light window.
Yeah.
I took her hand and I told her, "Look in my eyes. I'm not your father, but I have two daughters in your age. I will say something now to you as a father. I know your circumstances. Your own father don't know your circumstances. So I will tell you now something." Her hand was sweating and she was listening as a young girl listened to her father. And she knows, I have to change something. And my father is now really serious for me. And that's what I can do. And I'm not a friend of them. Yes, in one way I'm a friend of them, but more as a father. And I can go out with them. My daughter, she can do it, but I will not do it by myself alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will give them also the safety. I'm always with someone next to me and always another woman. The most girls, they knows my wife. And so they can communicate. We know each and this is so important that they have a kind of a family setting, that they feel home, comfortable. Also, our office is not an official office. You will welcome there. You feel home there.
Yeah.
And so you can be yourself there. And that's what is happening. The girls, they feel really themselves by us.
How long does it take for a girl to go from you meeting them to ending their exploitation? So I guess it's like one is to stop the exploitation, and then the second is to leave prostitution.
Some it takes months or years.
Just to end the exploitation.
Yes. And some it goes very fast. Some months ago, before Christmas, we were seeing a girl maybe for the second time, and she was friendly, she was open, she was humble. So I was listening to her, and then I told her, "Hey girl, I will give you a compliment. You're so friendly, you're so spontaneous, you're so humble. There's a great atmosphere around you." Her eyes filled them with tears. I said, "Girls, shall we go inside? Let's talk a little bit when you want." "Yes, please, come in." So we spoke together. And at the end, she said something important. There's always a big discussion in my head. I asked her, is it a discussion or is it a war? She was looking to me, she said, it's not a discussion, it's more the war. Like I said, we spoke about this, and we have a book in Romanian language, and that's the battlefield in your mind. It's in her own language, so I said, I will give you that book, it will be helpful for you. But this is always so complex, so difficult. But I think, first of all, they asked me one time in an interview, "Frits, what kind of a girl do you need?" I say, just normal girls. Only their situation is not a normal situation, but just normal girls. And I will be totally myself. When I walk here around, I'm totally myself.
Yeah.
I'm the same at home, in the office, or in Romania, or wherever. And I think this is really important. And one girl gives me one time a compliment that was really touching me. It was on a Thursday or a Friday night, very busy in the street. And we didn't have so much contact. But she opened her window and she said, "Frits, always when you pass my window, then I realize there is somebody who's really seeing me." And then when you look, all the thousands who are passing her window, watching her body.
Yeah.
And she says to me then, as a man, there is somebody who's really seeing me. And I think this is important, that we see the one who is there inside. And when I'm walking here around, I don't see prostitutes. I see just normal girls, normal women. And of course, I'm not blind. And but I'm not focused on their body, I'm focused on who is there inside. And that's why they say to us, we can have a normal conversation with you and the team.
Yeah. It's, I guess, like, obviously with prostitution being legalized here, a lot of people would say that that's safer, like it's good for health, that it's, there's like all the panic buttons, and like, what's your opinion? Is it safer? Is it?
That's what we want to believe. That's what our city hall, the council are sharing. That's what our government say. We have everything under control. But when we don't know how many girls are working here, how many girls are trafficked, so we have nothing under control. And why we do need panic buttons? When it is so safe, why we do need them? And I think it was in 2022, I think in May, there was a girl, and she got a client in from Germany, and he was laying naked on her.
Yeah.
And then something happened. His face changed, and he said, "Never my father has seen me." And he tried to kill her.
Started strangling.
Yes, and we have seen the stripes on her body. So, and she said, "In my last second, I can push the panic button." That's also always a little bit higher. It's difficult to get there, come there. So the alarm was going on. He jumped up took his clothes, run outside, totally naked, and the police came and they find everything, also on the camera, everything was filmed, so everything was there. He lost his credit card, he was from Germany.
Mm-hmm.
So when was the case there, the judge told her, we can't prove enough what was happened. So they let him go.
Which is wild.
She's full of traumas.
Also, and she had injuries
yes.
as well.
So she's full of traumas. You have a lot of interviews with the police, with a lawyer and everybody. And again you go through your traumas. And then they say, we can't prove enough. So
and that's
he walks free away. And she is full of traumas.
And that's an attempted murder.
Yeah.
That's not like a sex crime where it's he said, she said. That's
so. And we lost here some other girls also many years
why do you
ago.
think,
We have dirty
why do you
window.
think that is though? Why do you think it wasn't prosecuted?
I don't know what was going on in his mind, but I think also when I look to all the men who are walking here around, you are not walking here around for that everybody home is okay.
Mm.
I think you miss something when you're walking here around. And always, and that's what I have seen also by myself in the past, by an addiction, you have to cross a border. It's never enough. So that's maybe you watch first only pornography at home, then you make maybe a step to walk around, or you go to a strip club, or no. And then you go somewhere inside.
Are most of the customers local?
No.
No. It's more of a...
No.
So this
a
is
group
like
of friends are coming here in the weekends from other countries. They're coming here.
Mm-hmm. There's more sex tourism.
Yes. And Amsterdam, sex and drugs, that's all we know, so we have to see it.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes somebody call me, Frits, I will be in Amsterdam at that date. Maybe you can lead us around. No, I don't do that.
No. While we've been walking around, I've seen children walking around this area.
Oh, yes. And this is also the time for the schools at the end of the season that they goes out and they has to know what is going on in Amsterdam, and this is normal. And when we ask sometimes on the group, who of the girls wants to be a prostitute later? Mm-hmm. They start to laugh. They say, no, nobody. So nobody. That's also what we were asking the girls sometimes when you ask them before they were here. Do you want to work in the window as a prostitute? No, never.
And there's different types of prostitution here, though. So there's like the windows.
Yes.
And what other types are there?
Well, we have many girls also in the escort, in the clubs, girls who are working out of their houses. So different ways. We work also in the hotels.
Are they all equally dangerous, or would you say that some have it better than others?
I think it's everywhere dangerous, of course. Wherever.
And is that dangerous in terms of pimps and traffickers, or dangerous in terms of the customers?
I think it's dangerous for the girls. The pimps, we don't have really problems for that. But they can be dangerous for maybe family at their home country.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that can be possible.
So is that kind of what happens? Like if the girl doesn't pay, then like you said, they lose contact with the child.
We have to turn a little bit around, I think so. And
why is that?
No, I think she will come out of her window to speak with another one.
Okay.
When they communicate together, then sometimes they come out.
Just to talk.
So I think we can have a lot of rules. They're hanging on the wall everywhere by the doors. A poster about healthy, don't cross her what she wants to do, and accept her, respect her will. But when the curtains are closed, all the rules are gone. Especially when you need the money, or you are trafficked. You will cross borders. I think when we look here, it's around 60% is from East Europe, 25% is from Southern America. And
Are they legal immigrants?
most times they can come through Spain here.
Yeah. I think if they're an illegal immigrant in Spain for 3 years, they get residency, don't they?
So, and then we have around 20%.
Ga je hem nou op een film af?
Dus nee hoor, jij staat er niet op.
Die blauwe ogen, niet toch?
En
Sorry, excuus.
then
What did she say?
we were him filming. We said, no,
Oh.
it's me.
Seems like people are quite afraid of filming here.
Of course, they don't know where it is coming on the internet. And when you walk here,
Would someone
and you
like
are married and your wife is saying, hey!
Oh, you think he's maybe a customer?
Maybe. I don't know him, but that can be. Or he's homeless, or, That's also so funny. In the evening, they try to make pictures or filming the girls. Then they walk with their phone, filming the girls. And when we make a picture from them, they say, come on, you can do this is private. Yeah, but look what you was doing. So many times, I knock them on the shoulder and say, hey, delete it. And they're shocked. Sometimes they say, hey, what you want to do? And I have to watch out for myself.
Have you ever had any trouble in this area?
But only by words.
Only
By words.
by words, yeah.
Discussion.
There's a lot of cameras around, I think.
Yeah, a lot of intimidation. This world is only with manipulation, intimidation, fear and money.
So it's like does that go for the girls as well? So it's more like the threat of violence rather than actual violence? So I guess when you're violent to someone, you get into
There is
trouble.
violence. They say around 96% of the girls has to do one or more times with violence. 96%. That's a lot.
That's in legal prostitution.
60%, 63% of the girls has traumas. That's a lot. And we say it's a normal job. Was a girl, she was working here, and she came out when her baby was, I think, around 2 years old. So he didn't realize what his mother was doing and nothing. Now, after 10, 12 years, she is still busy with her traumas, but also her child has traumas. We know that from people who were fighting in the war, that it is not only that generation, but also 2 or 3 generations behind.
Yeah.
And that's also with girls who are working in prostitution. So she spoke open with her son over her life. She was trafficked, and they spoke open over it. And he respected his mother so much. But she didn't know how to come out. She was trafficked. You didn't follow any education, totally nothing. So what you are doing? Last we spoke a girl, trafficked from her 14 year on. The guy is in the prison, and she is, she told us, I don't know who I am, I don't know what I will, I don't know what I can. So when you will change your life? So you need someone who is helping you, is standing next to you, is coaching you. We give the trainings, so about your personality, your qualities, what kind of jobs belongs to you. So we give all these trainings to the girls so they can make a choice in what kind of a direction. And maybe you start to work in a bar or in a cleaning company, but that's the beginning. That don't need to be the end for them. Many of them, they're very smart.
Yeah, I've been surprised
Yeah.
by, I guess I'm an open-minded person, but I guess even I have some prejudices towards them. So I met my first red light, window prostitute yesterday, and she was much smarter than I am.
Yeah.
She just had a very bad life, a very unfortunate early life, but her brain was very switched on, extremely intelligent, much faster than me, much.
I was last week in Romania. I was in a conference and we were helping a girl to come out. And she's very smart and she makes some decisions and she wants really also to help other people, especially children, but also girls who are working in prostitution. She was with me in the conference. I pay for her the conference. I said, it's good that you meet some other organizations, people, and that you get some other contacts. And so she was with me. Some of the people knew that she was before in prostitution. But some others she shared by herself. Everybody came to me after. Of everybody, many came to me. Frits, wow, what a great person. So great personality. She's so social, so friendly. She's so, yeah, she's someone who can fix something. So I think we're looking now, so she can stay some places for kind of an internship to learn more. We need a coach there. I coach her from out of the Netherlands, and so maybe after the summer she come and she will stay maybe a month, 2 months at our house, and so she can come with me into the red light and talk with the girls here and learn and goes to different meetings that we have. But this is somebody, yeah, it can be a businesswoman. When you see her, it can be a businesswoman. She is someone. And another a girl, she's almost 40 now. We help her to come out.
Yeah.
And when you see her, she's full of traumas. And she said, Frits, it likes everything when I start up that it break down directly. And when I see it, I say, yes, this is true. We help her with some money so she can pay her debts. I know her story from before, and then she said, Frits, is it okay that from that money that I don't pay my last debts, but that I follow a course for haircutting? I said, that's a great idea. And she was good in it, I knew that. Do it. Then you have a diploma, you can show something.
Yeah.
So she was happy, she followed the course, she was good in it, she got her diploma, then she starts to work in, you can rent a chair in a salon, and so she set up her clients, and it was going on, and she built it up little by little. Then COVID came. So,
Yeah.
just as for many other people, it was forbidden to work, the debts were growing, going higher. She goes to the Faroe Islands and makes some money there. She was working 6 days cleaning, 6 days, 16 hours a day. Sometimes 7 days, 16 hours a day. Paying her debts. When she came back, of course, you build up nothing there. So you have to start again. Debts are growing, this is happening, that's happening, that's happening. So everything changed again. And this is so difficult for them. And she was crying. We were sitting on the floor. I hated to sit down on the floor. I was with my wife together at her apartment. And she was crying on the floor. What to do, Frits? I'm almost 40. And it's for us not possible to say always, oh, here you have some €1,000. Oh,
Yeah.
where is the end? And so we are looking for a plan now. And I hope some businessmen, women will step in.
Yeah. What would you change to improve things? If you could change anything.
When I can change it, I think I don't expect it from our government. Totally not.
Well, if you could.
I think when it is possible, first, let's go back to 2000. Let's go back before. Prostitution is illegal. Now when there is something wrong, we can step in, the police can step in, can do something.
Well, they still had the red lights.
Yes,
Even.
yes, the red light is there. Yeah, it is there, but it's forbidden. But we accept it. And when there are wrong circumstances, we can step in, we can do that.
It's easier to get the pimps and the traffickers because it's illegal.
Then the police can say, okay, come on. And there is a safe house. You can stay there for a while for a time out. Then she can make a decision. Maybe we have to go also to the Nordic model. The client can get the fine. It's forbidden to buy sex. Also there we have a lot of prostitution, etc. So, but it's also something you give a sign as society, as government. We respect the woman. It's not only women. We have also men and transgenders in prostitution. But
It's mostly women, I think, 90%, I think.
we have, but they have the right to don't work in prostitution. And I think that's a good sign as society. I think now we lay all the rules on the girls. They have to change, they have to do this, we get new law, we get this, with that. They have to pay for it, they are always has to accept it. I think we have to,
Sorry.
we have to change something in our society.
Yeah.
Nobody wants his daughter here in a window. So why a daughter from somebody else, it's okay, and we believe it's her decision. So I think we have to change something here. Prostitution is not a normal job.
What about the people that say that approach would, like the Prostitution Information Centre and people like that, I think they would say that what that would be doing would be punishing, like kind of stigmatizing sex workers and punishing people that choose to do it.
They stigmatize themselves. We don't do that. I'm not pro-prostitution, but I will see the person, the one. And I think that's respectful. So that's what we have to do. We have to respect the person. And what is respect? That's not only have fun here in the red light. Respect that is to look who is someone, to be interested in someone, to stay next to someone, to bring someone on that place that belongs to someone. That's what is respectful.
Some people might say that maybe you're biased because your job is to help the vulnerable people. So,
Yeah, of course.
And I guess would that mean that, let's say someone said, oh, I want to be a prostitute and I want to work in the window, maybe they wouldn't speak to you. But, like, have you ever met anyone that has done it voluntarily?
Yeah, of course.
Is it, like,
Of
how
course.
rare is it, or how common is it?
That's not the problem. I can choose. It's not up to me to say something, but someone has to do with his or her sexuality.
Yeah, so,
It's not up to me.
yeah.
I can have my meaning.
Yeah.
That's different, but it's not up to me to say you can do it. It's forbidden. So
Like you're not like trying to ban prostitution and things like that. It's like,
no, this is not why I'm here.
yeah,
I'm not here to be busy, to have some actions to close the red light. That's
Yeah.
not why I'm here.
Yeah.
I will see the one. I will be there for the one. Of course, there are girls they don't want to talk with me. That's okay.
yeah,
But girls who wants to talk, and sometimes it's very short, 2-3 minutes. Sometimes they invite us to come in and we speak maybe for an half hour. That's up to them. And sometimes I say, hey, girl, you have to work. I know you need the money. So I let you. And of course I want something else for her. But that's up to her. And first of all, I think they have to see that I'm not judging them, rejecting them, but accepting them. And what is the society doing? We accept that we have prostitution, that it is a legal job. In the same time, we judge them. And when I see the pro-prostitution organization is organizing a demonstration, they walk all with the masks, etc. It's a normal job. You're pro-prostitution, you find it's a normal job. Why? I don't understand. I'm on my social media platforms, I'm there with my own picture.
yeah.
With my own name. Why someone need a pseudonym and a mask?
I always say that if you, because there are some prostitutes that do show their face, and I just think, yeah, if you're gonna do a job, you should be proud of it, and you shouldn't be ashamed of telling your friends, your family. If you have to do it in secret, then yeah, you're ashamed of it. That would be the only reason for keeping it secret.
But when you speak with someone, from the pro-prostitution organization. One was coming out and she was seeing, she said, you can't talk different than you have to speak the same language. When you don't do it, they kick you out of the group.
I saw they don't even like to use the word prostitute.
Yes.
They like to say sex worker.
Yes, yeah. I think always when I'm a sex worker, or we don't use it so much, that say something who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we will never say Maria the prostitute. We say always Maria who's working in prostitution. That say something about your circumstances and not who you are.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. When I say this to the girls, they liked it.
Mm-hmm.
They liked it. So that says also something what they feel by themselves, how they look to themselves. And why it is touching someone when I say you are not a prostitute, that's not who you are. That's only your situation. There is the one. I know you are here for your mother or for your child or whatever. I know. There's the right one. Why she's touched, why she's emotional.
Yeah.
I ask a girl, she say, I'm a professional. I say, okay, wow. How are you doing that? She say, okay. So I will learn something. Maybe the other girls, they can use it. I can share it with them so they can use it. I say, okay, when I come in, when I open my window, when I step in, I let myself outside, I step in as the prostitute. You have to switch the button here so you can do this job.
Yeah, you don't have to do that with many jobs, yeah.
I was working in a store. I was there the same as at home or by my friends. That's me. Why you have to change something, to switch something here, to do this work? Another girl told me, when I asked her, I knew her very well, girl, how you can handle it? To be intimate with someone. She said, Frits, I'm a social type. I said, okay, me too. But I'm not standing here in my underwear in the window. So tell me, why? How you are doing that? She said, Frits, it's easy. When I intimate with someone, there is my body. I walk in a supermarket doing my shopping for tonight.
Or they visualize
Yes.
something different. Wow.
Another girl told me, Frits, there is a painting there on the wall. You see that painting? I love the mountains. Always when I go on vacation, I go to the mountains. I'm there in the mountains. There's my body.
How do you deal with hearing so many traumatic stories? Because that can't be easy. I have only had a small taste of this. And when I hear something really traumatic, I find I struggle to do anything. I struggle for motivation. And it affects me deeply. But you're doing this every day, I guess.
I hear a lot of bad stories. And I'm really touched. Really, I can cry sometimes when I hear the story. And you know somebody's life. But in the same time, I think I'm blessed with something that I'm involved, I'm touched, I want to do something, but in the same time, I can put it next to me. I can hear the whole evening stories. I come home 12 or 1 o'clock in the night. I go to bed, I turn around, I sleep. And in the same time, I'm thinking. I'm always thinking, what I can do? Okay, this is what you want. Who can do something for me? I believe in networking. When you are in my network, when you are a friend of me, I call you. And I think that's important. And that's what I like to do. I don't say this is my hobby. I don't say this is my job or ministry or whatever. I think this is a kind of a lifestyle.
Yeah, what got you into it?
I was working in a store, and there many girls came in and they start to talk about that they were sexually abused in childhood, teenager time. And I was not asking for it. I was not searching for it. It was overcoming me again and again and again. As always, I was listening to them. I say, okay, there is a woman that I know. It's better that you speak with another woman. Maybe you need a professional, a psychologist, or that was what I did. But it was overcoming again and again. And then people start to speak about me, to me, Frits, maybe you have to do something with girls who are working in prostitution. And people say more and more and more. So on a moment I thought, okay, yeah, and now? Then somebody came from Russia, Murmansk, 20 years ago. And she asked me, Frits, can you connect me with a group, an organization or a church that goes into the red light? I want to speak with some girls who speak Russian. Okay, I knew them all. I fixed it for you, but nobody wants to have her. So then my own wife told me, Frits, I think you have to go with Svetlana into the red light. You have to speak with her, you have to speak with the girls together with her. That's how it was starting, and I feel, it sounds maybe strange, I feel so home, so comfortable here. I didn't know what to expect here. Do the girls accept me or not? I can imagine, no, as a man.
Yeah.
How I can make
assume
contact. That was easy to make contact. They invited me to come.
Really?
Yeah, so they didn't know me. So I was a client for them.
Oh, they were a client.
So
yeah.
I walked to their window and said, hey, I'm Frits and I'm new here and I'm here not for your body or for sex with you. I'm more interested in who you are and you come from another country. Yes, I come from Romania or Hungary. I was there in all those countries.
And they're quite open
I know
to
your
talk.
country. And so I have a normal talk and conversation.
And do you pay them when you...
No. And some girls the first day, maybe, yeah, a lot for some minutes. But some of them, they invited us to come in and we spoke for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Really serious things.
That really surprises me because I think I would expect a prostitute to be quite cold and just like thinking, oh, you're a time waster. Like,
Yes, that was also my opinion at that moment. And also for me, I was thinking, okay, when I walk around, what can I offer them? I was not a social worker, I'm not a jurist, so what can I do? So what I did at that moment, that was a choice for me. I decided I go as a human to another human. That's what I can offer them. I like human, I like to hang out with people the whole day. So that was what I did. That's what we are still doing now. Also the professionals, they deserve professionals around them who can do something. We don't use the word help so easily. That brings me here, you there.
Yeah.
So we have the professionals who can do something for them. That's what we do. But also that is relationship, what we are doing with them. It's not, I'm the professional, I know how you can order your life. No, let's see what we can do. We have a mirror in the office. There is written shoulder by shoulder. You have something that I can use, I have something that you can use. Together, we can make a step. And I learn a lot here from the girls. How they survive, how they can handle difficult situations that goes on, how they always there for somebody else.
Oh, when they're always making money for someone else.
Yeah, and sometimes we see here also homeless people are walking around. They take care, they buy some food for them, they give food to them, they buy some cigarettes for them. Yeah,
So there's a lot of generosity in the area.
yeah, so this is many of these girls. So I think this is important.
And I just want to bring us back. When we were talking, we saw there was a girl in the window and a couple were walking past and the girl looked at her and laughed at her.
Yeah.
And I don't think I would have observed that until you said about it.
Yeah.
And obviously the girl just kept smiling at her and, like you say, the forced smile. But I can't imagine what that must feel like to be on display and having to smile when someone's laughing at you.
Yeah, she's in, we have to watch out for her.
Yeah, I won't film. And they're just normal girls. Like, it's not... I guess one of my perceptions of prostitution is that it's, say, more attractive girls than the average, or that there's something special about them, that they're like selling on their looks. But it just seems like it's normal people,
Yes.
like anybody.
There was one girl that was during the COVID time. It was for us, yeah, how to say that? It was a great time, a busy time. I was never so busy, working so much as in the COVID time. And there was a girl, and I hear her story and everything, and we talked a lot. And Then on a moment, I said, I want to say something to you. You know, I have only $2. But when I had a son, and he came home with you, and I hear that you was working in the red light, I hear about your life, I hear who you are. Believe me, oh, the lights out here again.
I'm sorry. I'll keep the camera away.
No. Then again, I told her, I will be happy for my son that he came home with you. Why? I have tasted your heart. And of course, we will see what we can do for you.
Mm-hmm.
So we can change your circumstances. It's not what I want for you and for my son. But, and it's so important to give someone, to speak good words over them. And I mean it. And she knew that.
Yeah.
She knew that. So it's so important to see the person, try to come behind the mask.
And not many people would say that.
No.
Like a lot of people would say that, like a lot of people would say like, yeah, it's bad for someone to work in prostitution and great for them to have a second life once they leave. But a lot of people would maybe not accept a prostitute as a partner for their son. Like people would think that she's tainted somehow.
Yeah.
Like, is it hard for girls to leave prostitution?
Yes, especially when you have debts, especially when you want to accept a normal job here in Amsterdam.
And when we're talking about debts, we're talking about debts to somebody dangerous. Or are we talking about debts, just like credit card debts? Or...
Yes, they have, the most girls, they didn't have credit cards, maybe they have now.
So their debts are to a person,
yes.
not a bank.
So how you can step out, how you can change when you have debts and you have to pay 1,800 euros monthly for your apartment. You can do nothing.
Yeah.
Only waiting for maybe something else. One girl told me, Frits, I'm waiting here for a millionaire to marry him.
That seems to be a dream.
Hey, girl.
Isn't it?
Don't stop dreaming.
Yeah.
Will not happen here.
I think it happens every so often and that gives them hope.
Yes. Yes, he goes for the money. I know one time from Romania, a trafficker, part of the mafia, brought many girls into prostitution, many. And then his life changed totally. He was helping many girls to come out of prostitution.
Wow, really?
Nobody did something against him by the police. They were trying, the international police were trying to get him in the prison, but nobody said something. He's married with one of the girls that he brought into prostitution. They have together some children. I met him more times. But also he said, I was a victim of the circumstances. To bring in people, when I didn't, they told me, we know where you're living, we know your family, we know this, we know that, so I have to do it.
So the traffickers also can have someone controlling them?
Yeah.
I didn't think of that. I always just assumed the trafficker was...
He was so controlled. So it's a system, and maybe it's not always so, but I hear this from him. And I was very funny. I was in the prison somewhere in Gerla. I spoke there, and then they say, "Yeah, Frits, there's a guy. You have to meet him. He was a trafficker. He was part of the mafia, and he was bringing in a lot of girls into prostitution. And now he's out. He's totally changed, and was helping a lot of girls. I said, I know him. I was with him."
Yeah, it sounds like you know everybody. That's an incredible story, and I didn't think of that perspective. Because there are, like, how much of what happens in the red light district is organized crime, and maybe it's hard to tell.
I was once in Romania, in the east side, and spoke with the manager of a restaurant. He was really touched by what we were doing. He said, I know what is going on here. I know that. And I'm scared for my daughters. They are now 7 and 8 years old. But what when they are 18?
Yeah.
And so we spoke a lot. They say, Frits, many times here it's totally full with mafia.
Yeah.
For us, for the restaurant, it's good money. And the evening after I was there again, he invited me as his guest. And I was sitting there, there came 2 guys in. I know them from here.
No way, seriously.
Yeah. So.
And it seems like the connection is really Romania is the big one.
Yeah, so I was not scared at that moment. I was careful, of course.
Other conversations that you have with pimps,
No,
you don't have them?
no, I don't want it.
No.
I want to be here in the red light, safe for the girls.
So
I
you like
speak
knew
only
them by
with them,
face, but yeah.
not with clients,
Yeah.
nobody. Only when I see somebody make a picture, I walk to delete it.
Yeah.
Now, that's only what I do. And that's also, when I don't know the girl in the window, that's a good moment for contact, to have contact with her. And so I will, the office is here.
Sorry. Is it okay to film or?
Let's see, is there someone in? No, it's okay. Yes, where they walk in, where they feel comfortable, where they feel home, where they are working. But this is not, it's not an official office. This is something that you say, I feel home, I feel welcome, I feel comfortable here, I can be myself here.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a co-working space, is what I said. It feels like very friendly. That's the kind of things you provide here, like language lessons.
Yes. This training says something about your personality, your character. We have some other trainings, basic, and that's helpful. We have sometimes some actions. We get sometimes some stuff that we can give to the girls, nice stuff. We have also some food packages for them, the girls who can't buy food.
There's,
Then we
it
give
just, I guess I'm just like, I don't know why I'm surprised, but I'm just thinking, if you're in prostitution, I think you could afford to buy food.
especially when they are in a way,
I'm being naive, I guess. But
when they just finished prostitution to step in something else, they need something. And some girls who are in, they need also a food packet. We help them with that. And but then social work is looking, is it necessary or not?
And what do you mean by social work?
What we mean by social work, maybe Natasha, you can give an answer.
I'm the social worker here, and we help the mostly women on all areas in life. It can be questions about housing, about finances, but also questions about physical health, mental health. So like all the areas that people have questions in their life, we can help them as social workers. And when it becomes more specialized, like for instance with mental health, if somebody has traumas, refer them to like a psychologist or trauma experts or things like that.
How common is that?
Very common. Very common. Yeah.
And is that trauma usually from the work, or is it from things before the work?
Can be both.
Usually both.
Yeah, can be things before the work. I think there was an investigation that 60% of the women working here, but I'm not really sure about the exact amount, but 60% of the women working here have a past of sexual misbruik?
Yeah, sexual abusing.
Sexual abuse in the past. But also here, you know, violent situations, aggressive situations. So they can develop traumas here as well. and also the way getting here can also be traumatizing. But as a social worker, we help in all the areas in the life. But
Yeah.
when it comes more the questions need more specialized care, then we refer them to more specialized care.
What kind of success rate do you have with the girls that come through you?
I think it's very difficult. What is success? I think success is when a girl really can build up her life. That's not only the moment that she make a decision to stop and the first days, what after a month or after a year. Can she handle it? I spoke just over the girl in Romania who are almost 40 and after many years, still she has nothing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, is it successful or not? I think we were helping around 350 girls, maybe until 400 girls to come out. And from the most of them, we know for sure that they are out. But it's very easy to share some pictures from your city, but you are somewhere in Spain working in prostitution.
Yeah.
So is he really out or not? From some girls, I'm not sure.
I guess you can only help them in Amsterdam, and then what happens after that?
For us, I like to have that we hold the contact with someone. That's what I like, but that's not always possible. So once we stop the contact, then I don't know how it is going with her, where she is and how she is. So that's difficult and that's complex. And so I think always we have to be careful with the numbers from many girls, how many girls were stopped and really out. And I think success is that moment that you see she can be on their place that belongs to her. She can live the dream that what she was dreaming always. She can be together with her family or children and goes on mental healthy with her life. I think then you can speak after, this is successful. And we have seen so many girls, they came back after a half year, a year or 2 years. So we counted them as successful. She's out.
Yeah.
But her circumstances were wrong and bad, so she has to come back.
What's been your proudest moment here?
Difficult. It's how to, you want to help everybody here. But also when she's home, or just a message from a girl, there is a celebration, she has to buy some pizzas, etc. It's not expensive, but she hasn't the money. So,
are you able to help everybody that you meet?
I want to help. I want to see what I can do for everybody who I meet, especially here in the red light. And I think when somebody is back in her home country, you have some responsibility when you was helping someone, but in the same time it's difficult. They can abuse you also. One time was a girl, and I contacted some people who were living in that area, and they visited them at their house. That was really big, a good house. They have everything inside. So she was asking again and again for some money. Frits, I can't buy this, I can't buy that. But when they were seeing how she was living there, so that was enough. So it's difficult to stay next to someone who is in her home country. You can check everything. And that's why we need also a network in East Europe. So you can oversee it a little bit more, and you can give them also in their home country the right education, the right possibilities to get a job, to get a house, and to go on with their life. And the many Dutch organizations are working in East Europe, so that's why we were together last week in Romania.
Oh, so it was a lot of Dutch organizations.
A lot of, I think there were maybe 60, 70 Dutch people there,
Wow.
from maybe 40 organizations, and there were the same number of Romanian people. So that was really helpful to have the contacts through the whole country there. And Romania is big,
Yeah.
26 times bigger than the Netherlands.
Is the situation getting better or worse?
In the west side, it goes better. In the east side is more poor. That's what I think we are guilty on that. When
You
we
mean
came
in
in, it was
Romania?
easier to travel in 1 week to the west side and to return back than to go across the mountains and to be there on the east side. That was more far away. But also on the east side, there's a lot of criminality, traffickers. But on the west side, also there is especially one city, and many girls are from that city.
And when we talk about the Amsterdam sex trade, are things generally getting better or worse here? For the girls, I guess.
No, I think not. No.
Do you think things were better before it was legalized?
In one way, yes. When there was a girl everybody knows she's trafficked, the police can pick her up and say, hey, it's illegal. And they bring her to a safe house for a timeout. And not your trafficker is continue giving input, intimidate you. And then it is more easy when she's out. Now, when the documents are right, you can do nothing. You can say, yeah, but he's not good for you. She say, yeah, he's sometimes aggressive, but I love him. You can do nothing.
Yeah, we spoke about that, didn't we?
And it is difficult. What is a trafficker? When my wife has a good job and a really nice income, and I lost my job, so her salary is too high for a social benefit for me. Yeah, I live on her money. Nobody will say that I will be her trafficker.
No.
No. But now it's difficult. She's working in prostitution. Now we say, hey, there is something wrong.
Yeah.
So what is the law? What is the rule? What to do?
Yeah, it really, it's the most confusing and difficult situation I've ever seen.
So I think with the legalization of prostitution, we make it ourselves more difficult and complex.
I said to someone, it feels like they've accidentally legalized pimping and trafficking, but some people would correct me on that.
I think when you legalize prostitution, it was not their meaning to legalize trafficking, but I think trafficking belongs to prostitution. So, and that's not only in prostitution, that's also for the mushrooms or whatever here, agriculture, but it's different when you have to sell your body again and again, or people use your body, than when you're working for low income mushrooms. But I think when we accept prostitution, you accept also and when you legalize, then you accept also there are many girls are trafficked, so it belongs together. It's in one.